Hello everybody, welcome back to our beloved YouTube channel. Today, something different, no unboxing, no painting. We are diving into the rules. I thought about we will do a short mini series, like I think about 10 to 12 minutes each, and then I will pack them in a playlist, link them to each other, so we all can watch the rules, so the real basic rules step by step. I take a little research on YouTube and I think there is no really good video on how to play this game in detail. So this is my personal approach to fill this gap. So wish me luck and let's dive into it. Okay, the first video should be about the preparation. What do you need to actually play a game of Victory at Sea? You can see some models here, a ship and two Royal Navy ships over here. So obviously you need some models. I think to start off, if you, for example, buy the War in the Pacific box, they have, I think, 5 to 6 ships each, US and Japanese. That's a great way to start. You got your markers, you got your rulers and some ships. You got the small how to start guide, which I showed you in the unboxing or on the review of the rulebook. And in this box, there's also a little paper play mat. So my mat, this one is the Caribbean Ocean mat, I think from Deep Cut Studios. It's from neoprene. And yes, I made myself some islands because I think that looks nicer if you got some scenery, but of course you can play just with the white blue ocean. What do we need else? So in the Pacific starter box, you will get this special ruler. The ruler is necessary for your movement here and for the turning angles here. We will see that in the movement phase. I will show you that. So this is a special tool. You can find it in the rulebook and copy it or just made it your own. But I think it's very nice to have them in the start box. There are 2 of these for each player 1. That's very nice. If you want to shoot, you need the distance. So of course you need some measuring tool. I got this unique Age of Sigma very heavy metal ruler from I think 15 years ago. You need some 6-sided dice, just the normal ones. Take whatever you want. And then you need some D10. So you got the 0. The 0 is a 10, and then you got everything from 1 to 10. You can use, and maybe probably will in a later step, use some markers like this smoke marker, or more essentially your critical hit markers for people, the engine, your rearm and reload tokens, something like that to get a better overview over the battlefield. If you got a lot of shit, it could be difficult to get a good grip. Then of course you need the rule book. If you don't have every rule in mind, that would be the case in my scenario. I'm somehow familiar with the rules, but this rule guide is also somehow for me because I learn better when I explain to people. So thanks for helping me. Okay, and last but not least, we need, of course, our ship stat cards. This time it's a tribal class cruiser. It's not even on the board, but we will need this later. So you got your stats, your movement, your hull, your armor, your hull points, and of course the weaponry and the hull structure. You can move this how you need it. So you start with 5 in the tribal class. And then everything is set up for the game. Of course, before you begin, you talk about the points with your opponent. How many points do you want to play? Like, I think 1,000 or 1,500 points is a nice big fleet with some options for more heavier or more some aircrafts or something like that. You will need to decide if you play a scenario or just what you like. Just find and destroy. That's the most easiest one. Just drove your ships to the enemy and shoot, and whoever shoots better wins without capturing points or rescue people or something like that. Maybe that's better for the beginning. Then you need your deployment zones. There are 2 deployment zones. As I saw in the rulebook, you got your length here and here, or vertical on the short sides like this. And don't push the camera here. In other scenarios I can imagine, or I saw in other games, you also of course have your diagonal deployment zones, or you got reinforcements from the middle or something like that. Okay, if you have everything prepared, it's turn to roll initiative, and the initiative phase I count for as preparation. So how that works, you roll 2 die, and whoever rolls higher wins the initiative. Just let roll this one. That's the Royal Navy. Oh, you don't see that. Okay, so here that's the Royal Navy, and now the Kriegsmarine have it too. So the Royal Navy won the initiative and therefore will have an easier first turn. The player who lost the initiative, so in our case, the Kriegsmarine player, I will put the dice here so you can see this. The Kriegsmarine player has to nominate a ship first. So in our case, I would definitely not recommend taking this ship, because the player who won the initiative could shoot first. So we got 2 points. The initiative is locked to who is moving first and who shoots first. The loser of the initiative moves first and shoots second. So you choose very wisely where to move. In our case, we would take maybe this ship over here and try to move it down here to get a little protection of the firing angle of the island, just for example. Okay, I made a mistake. I'm sorry for that. You don't roll a d6. You roll, of course, a d10. So Royal Navy and Kriegsmarine, and the result is different. Okay, that is our first short episode of our How to Play, the preparation phase. Let's go on to the next phase, the movement.